While walls go up around Rivers of America at Magic Kingdom to make way for a Cars-themed land, Disney has just announced yet another construction project taking place over at Hollywood Studios. No, I'm not talking about the destruction of the Muppet Courtyard to make way for a Monsters Inc. land. Disney has just announced the revitalization of the animation Courtyard. So let's take a look at what they've announced and some of the concept art. But first, if you liked the video, please hit those like and subscribe buttons, and let's take a look. Well, welcome back, all you beautiful people. This article is from That Park Place, written by Marvin Montanaro. If you want to head on over to That Park Place or the WDW Pro channel here on YouTube, they are my source for my Disney and theme park news. Those guys all do a great job over there on those channels, so please go check them out if you haven't already. So Walt Disney World has revealed plans to revamp the animation courtyard at Disney's Hollywood Studios, transforming it into the Walt Disney Studios, with a new interactive area that will resurrect the classic Magic of Disney animation experience. Slated for a 2026 debut, this shift draws from the Burbank Animation headquarters and the short film Once Upon a Studio, aiming to immerse guests in a world where characters come alive. However, the announcement arrives during a period of relentless construction around Walt Disney World Resort, sparking debates among fans who had hoped this space might have hosted the Monsters Inc. land instead of sacrificing the cherished Muppets Vision 3D attraction elsewhere in the park. Adding another layer to the discussion is the area's storied past. Animation Courtyard was originally the hub for the park's active production studios when Disney MGM Studios opened in 1989, serving as the starting point for backstage tours and housing the original The Magic of Disney animation attraction. The experience, which featured live animation demonstrations, drawing classes, and character interactions, closed in July 2015 to make way for Star Wars Launch Bay. Now, Disney's decision to revive a similar concept feels like a nostalgic return to the park's roots, with a modern twist, incorporating interactive elements and inspirations from recent shorts like Once Upon a Studio. While this could charm longtime fans yearning for a classic Disney vibes and a return to the park's true purpose, critics argue it's a safe, recycled idea rather than a bold innovation. Marvin then goes on to write what we can expect from the Magic of Disney animation. The centerpiece of the Magic of Disney animation will occupy a building styled after the Roy E. Disney Animation Building, complete with Mickey's sorcerer hat atop it. The concept revolves around animators stepping away, allowing the characters to take over in a chaotic, interactive fashion. Guests can wander through the studio departments with lively portraits, watch a short film, and participate in drawing sessions to create character sketches, elements that directly echo the hands-on activities of the original attraction from long ago. For younger visitors drawn to Wonderland offers an indoor playground inspired by Alice in Wonderland, concept art by Mary Blair featuring musical flowers, a Mad Tea Party playset, and exploratory zones. Character meet and greets will also abound, providing opportunities to interact with Disney favorites. So, what do I think of all this? Well, now remember, I'm just a guy from the Midwest who visits Disney every few years and takes in all this information from a distance. It's nice to see that the park that is in desperate need of some updates is getting them. And this seems like a very nice throwback to when the park opened and it was an actual active studio where real animators were working. It's nice that the Voyage of the Little Mermaid show is staying and the Disney Junior stage show will be staying and getting an updated show, and this does seem like something good for families to maybe get out of the heat and enjoy something that is a little more, family friendly. And honestly, the concept art looks nice. It's nice that they brought back the sorcerer's hat in a way, but it seems like they went the easiest route by not really adding anything, but just repurposing what was already there. So you can either look at that as a smart business decision or them being lazy. Now, from what I hear, they have a lot of executive offices behind the launch bay, and they don't want to tear those buildings down to add anything. And that's probably a major reason why Monsters Inc. land didn't go here in the first place, because somebody would have had to lose their nice office space for that to happen. But like I said, the concept art looks nice, although I don't like that the concept art shows that they tore down the fairly iconic Hollywood Studios archway. I know they have Tower of Terror as this park's icon, but that archway is a very close second. It's a great photo op, and I think it's become the symbol of the park even more than the Tower of Terror. So that's a little disappointing that it looks like it's gone, and there really was no reason to take that out. Now, that being said, this is a park that is in desperate need of attractions, and until the Monsters, Inc. ride is complete, which we all know, Disney does not build new rides at a very brisk pace. Hollywood Studios is sorely lacking for attractions. And at this point, you have Muppets 3D gone. The animation courtyard will most likely be completely closed off during construction. And then you'll also have a point where Rock and Roller Coaster is going to be closed so it can be rethemed to the Muppets. And as far as Star Wars Launch Bay being removed, I never found that it made much sense to have Star Wars stuff in multiple sections of the park, especially once they built Galaxy's Edge. You have Galaxy's Edge, and then you have Star Tours, which isn't connected to it, and then you had Star Wars Launch Bay with character meet and greets on the complete opposite end of the park. At this point, with what a cluster the Disney Star Wars universe is, you might as well just take Chewie and Darth Vader and BB-8 and put all those character meet and greets over in Galaxy's Edge and just say screw the timeline because it doesn't matter anyway. They should just retheme Galaxy's Edge to the original trilogy like they were originally going to do and just cut their losses because people would enjoy that way more than the current Disney trilogy. But I digress. For as much as I have been poo-pooing on Disney lately, this actually seems like a very nice update. It's not a ride like this park desperately needs, but hopefully it will be a fun and interactive place for kids and families because at the end of the day, that's what matters. That's what this is all about, entertaining families. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. I want to thank you all again for checking out my videos. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I've had a significant jump lately. Significant for me, at least. And I just want to thank you all again for spending time with me, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.